Hey babies, what's up my darling MVPs and how you all doing? Welcome back to Sail with Mimiciously Mimi where you get the gist. I see they do waiting. I see they heart. Of course you know there is no sleeping on a bicycle on this channel. If you snooze you do well. You lose. Are you yet to subscribe to this channel or are you still sitting on a fat, long thing? Kindly pause right there, subscribe and make sure you turn on the notification bell. If not, tell me, how do you want to get the gist brewing from the cooking pot? Like how do you want to get the gist? I see they hot. So guys, it's another day for another set of diary sessions. That is for the housemates that have not had theirs. And so for today's diary session, I'm gonna be starting with Anita. So for Anita's diary session, yeah. If you watched the video I posted before this one, I told you all how she broke down during the gym session and whatnot. So she started her diary session telling Big Brother that she feel frustrated. You know, when I shared that video with you guys, some people were making jest of her. They were like, oh, you know, me, I was even laughing. I'm like, okay, see now, after you finish enjoying lips and whatnot, early hours of the morning, and you're crying, whatnot, you know, all of those jokes. But truly, some persons from the comment section said something. They said that it's maybe she's overwhelmed with the happenings in the house, and truly those people who said that were right, because she revealed to Biggie that she was frustrated earlier today because she felt like she's doing overly too much, but at the same time the result is actually totally different. Like she's not getting the outcome. It's just giving a situation whereby you're walking like an elephant and eating like an ant. Guys, nothing pulls someone down like that. So she feels like she has been putting in effort, like so much effort, but yet the result is really not giving. And she now cited what happened last night with the Indomie task, for an example, how she ran and still could not open the lock. You know, she said she actually looked at the keys for like 10 seconds because there were plenty keys, you know, for like 10 seconds, and she did not take her time to look at them before she ran along. You understand? It was later, after the buzzer went off, that she checked the key again. This time around, she was so mindful checking it, and then she realized that truly, if she had taken her time to look at it, she would have seen that there was keys, that some certain keys were different from others. You understand that they were not the same. There's a particular key there that was different. So she really felt so bad that she's always trying her best to put in all her efforts. But right now, she would need to learn how to be more coordinated, because it is actually giving that it's not how much you put in your best, but how much you're well calculated before carrying out such things. Because last they ran, yet they did not achieve anything. So she said like she felt so downcasted getting to see the issues that have, you know, things that have transpired and how it is not going to her favor. And then she also said something about how 2 days ago she fell out of place. Why is that? She said they were having conversation with Onyeka and so few persons she mentioned, and then in that conversations everybody was saying the same thing. She was the only one who was saying a different thing, and she was so feeling so bad about it. Like, how come everybody arrived at the same conclusion? How come everybody, like, we're saying almost the same thing, but mine is totally different from others? Does it mean that there is something I am doing wrong? Does it mean that something else is actually taking my attention? You know, that she just perturbed. She just feel like she's doing something that is not right. You understand? She just feel like others are going right and she's going left. You know, and then that was what she told Biggie, and Biggie had to tell her that. Biggie now actually, you know, tell her about the things that happened previous week, how they became head of house, how other weeks have been good for her. Doesn't she think that she's been too hard on herself? And Biggie tried to just lighten up the situation, and then she continued, and Biggie asked her how she feel with life being alone right now without Nelly, and she reviewed how that got to her. But they have conversation after that thing was actually they dissolved the pairs, that they had convo, and they be like they are still here for each other regardless. They are just here to play the game individually, but they still have each other in the house. But when it down at her was when they were playing the game, and then Nelly was in another group and she was in another group, and she was like, yo, remember, if they were pairs they would be in the same group. So she was like, yo, how come this baby's in another group? Come here, Joy, that kind of thing. Like, that was when it down on her that, oh, no ways, we are truly separated. So she also revealed to Big Brother on her situationship with Topher, and then she told Biggie that how she has actually accepted Topher for whom he is, that she needed time to process it. That's why she took time off because of that, and now she has decided to accept him for who he is. And also Topher has complained about Ben so much, and now she has decided that she's going to maintain the way she speaks to Ben because she wouldn't want Chizoba to feel the same way. But she now said when they had issues, it may seem as though because it was only Ben who made her come to Topher. Others tried, like 4 people came. According to her, 4 people came to try to resolve the conflict, but it didn't work. But it was Ben who made it work. So maybe Topher saw that after then. So Topher spoke to Ben and then realized that their friendship wasn't that deep the way he actually placed it. So Biggie now says, so everything is good in your family? And then she said, yes, everything is good in her family. And then she also told Biggie how she had decided to come into the diary session to pour out her heart, that she said when she comes in here, she's going to just act like she is with her sister, where she will be free to give all of the gist. So that's why she actually come out here to say everything all out. And then Big Brother now said, okay, since you feel like you're here speaking to your sister, there is no need for me to reply you. And then she started laughing, said, Biggie, not that, but I just always have this thing in mind that whenever you come into the diary room, it's just serious business. It's just like a boss and a worker relationship. I'll just go straight pam 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 without pouring it all out. But after everything, Biggie encouraged her, and then she left the diary room happily. So after Anita's diary session was that of Shaun. When he came into the diary room, Big Brother was like, that he looked so grumpy, and he smiled over it. And then they started the business of the day. Shaun started telling Big Brother how everything transpired with himself and Wani. So meanwhile, guys, what really happened? They did not show us, the camera did not show us where they started this disagreements. Where the camera ensued on them was when they were in the kitchen already, having this rants and bans. But he started it off that he was giving out a gist to Wani about someone outside. And he actually gave a code to that person's name because he doesn't want to mention that person's name. Do you understand? And then Wani mentioned the person's name because him was the one giving her the gist. Do you get? And then Wani had to go mention that person's name. And then said, why do you not want to mention the person's name? That's so weird. That was all Wani said. That's why would Shaun hurt the person's, he's actually dropping his or her gist, because we did not see that. We did not even hear the name of the person. We did not even know the person they're talking about. You understand? So, and then Wani said he's so weird for like actually trying to hurt a person's name, which is not necessary. That was all Wani told him, and then that was what he found offensive, and told Wani that why would he say that? She said that to him. That was where everything escalated from. And according to him, he said there is one thing he doesn't like, that Wani has once complained about what's he called, him walking out of her or whatever, but she did the same thing. And when he followed her, he actually told her to F off. You understand? You guys, we saw the convo already yesterday, how Wani was like, oh, you're trying to tell me to F off. How can you tell a girl like that? Wani also said herself that no guy has disrespected her the way Shaun has. So Shaun said he had to tell her to F off. You understand? And then followed her to the kitchen, and he also used the dem words on her, and that was when Handy now actually added herself in, that yes, he knows that they are twins, but at the same time he's expecting a non-biased side from Handy, at least to be able to tell the sister if she was wrong or whatnot. But at the same time, he does not know if he's actually saying this thing because he's not the one on the twins shoe. Maybe if reverse is to be the case, he would have done so. But at the same time, he felt like Handy would have just, said things the way it is and not making it look like he was the one just at fault, So, and then when he was telling Biggie everything, Biggie had to speak to him, on the issues. And then Biggie told him something, because when he was saying all of this thingy, Biggie asked him what he's going to do about it. It was when Biggie, at that point when Biggie asked him what he's going to do about it, he got emotional and he started crying. He had to cover his head with his hoodie, and then he shed some tears. And after a while, when he removed it, Biggie was trying to tell him it is very okay to cry, and that Biggie's house is overwhelming sometimes and whatnot. So, and then Biggie said, okay, what are you going to do about it? He spoke a lot though. He still said some things, and how things that trigger him is hypocrisy, and to be an hypocrite. The thing she complained of is the same thing she's doing. That him does not like somebody calling him weird. And Biggie told him that, don't you think he would have actually explained to her why you don't want to be called the word weird than you using an abusive words on her, just like that. And after everything, he asked Biggie what he would do, and Biggie said it is time for you to be shameless and come off correct. He was still trying to rigmarole. He doesn't want to. Biggie is trying to give him a sign that you need to apologize, because he first told him and said, you will apologize to yesterday. Don't you think it is time to return the favor? And he was like, oh, he started, rumbling and grumbling again that, oh, he does not think he want to do that because he tried to have conversation with her twice. Biggie is telling you about apology. Because when he did apologize, I said, I apologize, but blah, 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 blah. It's very easy for her to do that because, if you like somebody, it should be very easy for you to say you're sorry. Except you don't like. I don't know I don't even want to. I don't even want to think of it. I don't want to even care the kind of pride you would have to find it difficult to apologize to someone you like. Let me just leave love aside. Someone you like. It shouldn't be that hard. Come on, it shouldn't be that hard. So any which ways, at that point that he was trying to go back and forth, Biggie told him that it's time for him to be shameless and come out correct, but before he do that, he should check if Wani is worth fighting for. Now, when Biggie told him that, he said, oh, that is where it is right now. He started, putting one or two together, and that was how Biggie told him that his diary session is over. Even from his convo, he was actually sounding like, oh, how people will be perceiving him from the outside, that they will be perceiving him to be an aggressive person. He's just after the camera, just like he was lamenting when they were having the disagreement yesterday about camera being everywhere, to the extent Wani be like, what do you always even talking about camera being everywhere? And I think that's why he was trying to speak in code then, that yesterday, with somebody's name. All right, coming from Hamatan here, Shaun is crying because he doesn't want to be perceived as a bad person. And also he said he have a lot to learn because he's not perfect. He's also remorseful for overacting. Overreacting. It was Biggie's question. Biggie said, are you not remorseful for overreacting, or rather what perception of people about you? Shaun is thinking people outside would dislike him because of the issues with Wani yesterday. We don't give an F, play your game. Any which ways, to me, I am not seeing somebody who is actually, maybe he's not his thing to apologize to lady. I don't know why, I don't know how, but I think he finds it so difficult to do that, which is not something that should be a difficult thingy to do, especially for someone you like. So right now, with all the conversation he was giving, he's trying to make things right because of viewers' perception, not because of how he feels. That was why Biggie asked him that question, if he's actually been acting this way because of people's perception about him, or he's been remorseful. But any which ways, I know they will settle it last and everybody go do all right. Let's just wait and hear from Wani's diary session. For now, I'm going to be dropping my voice right here to see you guys later. Thank you so much for always sailing with me. Bye for now, babies.